Hey, Viking fans, Justin Jefferson had one heck of a game on Sunday. Let's talk about it next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. This is the video where I keep track of the road to JJ2K. Now make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I want to hear from you, what you think. Tell me down below what you think JJ has a chance of getting 2,000 yards. This is one of the more fun videos that I like to do, where I'm talking about Justin Jefferson, the premier wide receiver one in the league. Even Aaron Rodgers told him at the end of the game that he's the best player in the league right now. Is there a doubt? I don't know. Man, Pat Mahomes is trying to make a case for himself, but JJ2K, man. Now, this is the road to JJ2K. He had 9 receptions, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns on Sunday. That leaves him with 1,816 yards left with 16 games to go. So divide that by 16. His average went down from 117 to 113.5 yards per game after yesterday. So what my hope is he can knock out a few more games, get that average down to below 9 and below 1,000 or below 100, and give him a better chance of getting this 2,000 yards. Now keep in mind, the records have been set with 16 games. Cooper Kupp, 17 games last year, didn't break 2,000. So Justin Jefferson could break the record this year, could go beyond 2,000. If anybody has the opportunity, it's him. He does have other weapons that take up other personnel. They cannot just let a Dalvin Cook or a Adam Thielen, Irv Smith Jr., even though he didn't have any catches yesterday. But we can't let their other weapons. They cannot just focus their attention on Justin Jefferson, or it will kill them. Packers found out that they needed to pay a little more attention to him. Guys, that 9 catches, they were all good catches, important ones. There was only like 2 forced balls to him. One was, a fade 50-50 ball. I don't think, and he got PI on that, but I don't think it was pass interference on him. The guy was holding his arm. He had every right to try to get open. Jair Alexander fell down. It made it look like he was a push-off. Yeah. But then the other one was 3rd and long, and he threw a swing pass to him coming out of the backfield. That was worth a try. Maybe get a few more yards. Maybe he breaks one. It was a pretty rough tackle, but he was able to get forward for a few more yards to get back to the line of scrimmage. But those are only 2 forced balls, so I don't think we overused him. 11 targets. That's not overuse for a receiver one. Now the big chunk plays they had. I mean, Cousins stepped up in the pocket, threw it over to defender. He was working his way through the zone. You cannot not throw it to him. And then there's a couple of design plays just to get him the ball, like especially the 4th and 1 to start the game. That play, he was so wide open. He went in motion, he's so wide open. How the Vikings are able to get him open right now when you expect in double teams on him is that he apparently, and this is Purple Daily said this, that there was a stat that he was in motion twice as much as he was last year on average in this game. And we went 11 personnel, and there was a stat in the 3rd quarter that said we went 74% of the time, and last year we were 42% of the time. So there's a lot more receivers on every play, or there's more receivers in every play for them to worry about. I've seen him go in motion twice in the same play. It's pretty impressive that they were trying to move him around the pre-snap read, and one of the things that does is allows the quarterback to see if the defense is more man or more zone. And one of the things that I've been preaching on that we just haven't seen in the past that I know Cousins will blossom in is getting to the line of scrimmage with 13, 14, 15 seconds left on the play clock so he can make those reads and adjustments. How many times did Peyton Manning yell Omaha before he snapped the ball? This allowed Kirk Cousins not only to read the defense, make adjustments, and audible out of a play. I think he did a few times, or just change the play a little bit at the line of scrimmage. It allowed him to do that, and what I saw, it was also gave him time to hard count a lot. I don't know how many cadences he went through, but because he was at the line of scrimmage and he was able to hard count, stop, read the defense, and then hard count again, man, that made a world of difference to keeping that defense on their toes. Also up tempo. KOC says, hey, the guys went to him in the middle of the game, said, hey, more tempo, more tempo. KOC said we wanted to dictate the terms on their conditions, how they wanted to play, and you could tell that most of the game that happened. There was a lull in the third quarter, but we made adjustments. The offensive line early on made adjustments and looked good. Everything is leaning towards JJ2K to be super successful. Who knows? Maybe they put 3 guys on him. I don't know what they're going to have to do to solve him. If he doesn't get 2K, it's not a lost season, obviously, because they had to work extra hard to keep him from getting there. But Justin Jefferson, week 1, needs to average 113 yards and 0.5 per game to get there with 16 games to go. First week, 184 yards, 9 receptions, 2 touchdowns. That 17 touchdown mark, Randy Moss on the Vikings, looks catchable. And who knows, maybe that 22 touchdown by Randy Moss looks catchable too. Let's go. Skol Vikings. That's it for today. This is Skol World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. Follow me for more. Make sure you tell me what you think. What's your guess that JJ is going to get by the end of the year? How many touchdowns? How many yards? How many receptions? I want to hear it. Let's go. Skol Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music. Boom. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skol Vikes.